We welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes, things are bigger in Texas.
And I tell you, Ed, the energy in this building is scintillating. The Red Rowdies are out, and they're about to make a difference.
And they're ready for liftoff right now from Toyota Center. Jay, you look at the Raptors, they have evolved in recent years. Last in assists per game a couple of regular seasons ago. Now they're sharing the basketball in far different ways. How do you guard against this current style?
Well, adding Serge Ibaka really made a difference for this Toronto team. You have Valanciunas down low, can give you points in the block as well. But the versatility of all the different pieces that they now have is a difference for this team. Something you wouldn't know about this matchup, though. Both teams rank top 2 in the league as far as defensive ratings. This is going to be a slugfest on the defensive end.
For three, he engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Harden. Westbrook. Harden. His first effort off the mark. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive. Last year was the first time in franchise history they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And here we are, this team still having a chance to win the Eastern Conference again.
Harden in possession. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Here comes the screen. To Capella. Slams it down.
And easy to get back on defense.
The assist from number 10.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry against the former MVP. And he dunks it down for two.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Harden with the basketball. Down just a couple. Capella. To Harden. From long range. That's how you defend. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Harden with it up top. They trail by 2. Short jumper won't go down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. Harden. No. Toronto with the basketball to Gasol. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Marc Gasol, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Westbrook into the front court. They're down 3. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Trying to cash in. Well done. Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Westbrook That pass taken away by Toronto. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Tucker to Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Lowry with it. Lead stands at 7. Well done, Kyle Lowry. That's now 4. He hasn't missed. Mike D'Antoni will use the timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions. Toronto.
Austin Rivers to P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Lowry against Tucker. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
McCaw into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Lowry. Off the mark. Iman Shumpert against a Kentucky product. Can't connect from in close. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here comes the screen. That's it for the first quarter. The Raptors have the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is a first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Kenneth Faried powers it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lin to Ibaka. Sizing up the defense. Westbrook into the front court. Trailing by 4. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Fred VanVleet. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Fareed. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. OG Anunoby against Westbrook. To Ibaka. Count the bucket for 2.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Fareed to Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Westbrook gets it in the left corner. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Lin to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
You making me wanna play Live now.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's Westbrook. Cleared by Ibaka. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Fareed. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Lin. Nothing going here on that drive. Lin. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Westbrook. Lin with it. It's an 8-point lead. Nice pass to get things going.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Harden to Westbrook. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your
Welcome
body
to
one
the
possession
stream.
at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Lynn matched up with Harden. Baseline drive. Shot from the lane won't go. To Westbrook.
Yes,
He was
NBA Live is a
hacked. They let
classic
it go.
game.
Powell to Jeremy Lin. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Harden in possession. Down 8. To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 33, Mark Gasol.
Lowry against Westbrook. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Westbrook with the basketball. Margins 8. To Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beyond the arc for 3. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Ah, the monster stuff.
The assist from number 0.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. First half in the books. The Raptors in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Raptors entered halftime with a solid lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Rockets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half, and someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten in the double digits yet. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Lowry, has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's Russ at the controls. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Here comes the screen. Lowry here against P.J. Tucker. Clint Capella pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Marc Gasol, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Harden. And it's Gasol with the rebound. To Gasol. Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Scores from the post. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys trail by 10. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. Tough shot. He hits.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Lowry. To Gasol. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Short jumper won't fall. Houston with the basketball. Westbrook to Harden. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Harden shoots. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Pascal Siakam. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. And he drains it.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get your 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden, that's off the side of the rim, short. Lowry into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Gasol. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Marc Gasol trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Rivers to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Austin Rivers at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career mark of 64%. And he can't convert the free throw.
Don't even play with UC can't guard it.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Has a chance. Not that time. Rivers with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Tucker.
Screen, I got your help.
Marc Gasol sends it away. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Flushes it home.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Austin Rivers to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. It's been all Raptors. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Shot by Lynn won't go. Harden in possession. His guys down 11. Screen coming. Iman Shumpert defended by Meeks. To Harden. Fires the three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
A lackluster first half performance, but this half, you seem like a different person.
Toronto with the basketball. Lynn here against Green. To Van Vliet. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Gasol. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Marc Gasol using his entire frame to bury the three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Harden. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Green with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Harden to Gerald Green. Harden. Not that time. Baseline drive. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Tucker to Harden. Oh, he had it. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet. Green with the basketball. 9-point margin. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Another follow, still no good. The follow won't go either. The follow won't go either.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Houston, number 15, Clint Capella. Into the game for the Raptors, number
To Gasol, down low. And that's rebounded by Houston. Rivers into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Short jumper off the mark. Pascal Siakam's strong finish.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Gerald Green to Rivers. Count the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The lead stands at 7. Ibaka. Download this all. Clint Capella tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And count the basket.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Gerald Green. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Austin Rivers. Rockets with 4 to shoot. And he'll go to the foul line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
So he hits the first, misses the second. To Van Vliet. Able to convert inside. Harden with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. To Rivers. Harden. Shot clock winding down. Over to the right side. Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here comes the screen. Lowry takes on Eric Gordon. Fred Van Vliet, now a steal as the Rockets have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors came away with the victory in this one. And what more could you say about their excellent field goal percentage? These guys couldn't miss even if they tried. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Rockets put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Houston Rockets were simply unable to avoid being soft on defense when the ball went inside the paint. Why they couldn't rotate properly, I don't know. They simply got outworked in this matchup. Their interior defense struggled most in the first half.
Player of the game.
Marc Gasol was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team. Yeah, exactly. Amazing. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.